Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a pick a card video that is specifically curated to be a message of optimism, okay? I feel like people in my collective right now are needing this energy boost. Whenever you're seeing this, whoever you are, this message is meant to help give you that boost that you need, okay? As you can see, we have 3 piles to pick from. I'm going to get into that in just a second. Before we do, make sure to subscribe, honey bun. We are almost at that giveaway number, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for even more giveaways in the future. If you are looking for a private reading, personal one-on-one booking with me, I am open for bookings right now. My goal is to get 60 customers this month. So check that link in my bio. Come get a reading and give yourself the clarity, the reassurance that you're looking for. It's that simple. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and see what our piles are looking like, okay? Here we have pile number 1, Mercury. Beautiful cards here. Okay, we have Mercury for pile number 1. Pile number 2, we have the planet Jupiter. Okay. And last but not least, pile number 3, the planet of Saturn. All right, so take your time. If you need to, you can always use the timestamps in the description or in the comments. Be sure to also take your time, use your intuition. Never, ever, ever be afraid that you're missing out on anything, because when you use your intuition, you know you're being led to the message that's just for you, okay? Pause the video if you need to. If not, go ahead and use those timestamps. Go right to your pile. I cannot wait to see you there. Alrighty, pile number 1, if you pick the planet Mercury, card number 20, this is your pile. The number 20 is already kind of sticking out to me. And Mercury is definitely known for communication, for travel, more often short distance travel, so that could be coming up for you here. But let's go ahead and get into the book and see what this card has to tell you, my love, okay? Let's see. It says, Mercury symbolizes your mental switchboard, how you think, communicate, and move through the world. The smallest planet rules Gemini and Virgo and is closest to the sun, completing its orbit in about 88 Earth days. Because it orbits so close, it can only be found in the same sign as the sun, the one before it, or the one after it. Mercury has a large, dense molten core, and one day on the planet takes 58 Earth days. Mercury retrogrades 3 times a year for 3 weeks, slowing time so you can remember, review, and reconnect. You might be actually in Mercury retrograde as you're watching this video, so that's definite confirmation for you that right now or recently you have been really encouraged to slow down, review, remember, reflect, and reconnect, okay? So let's see what it tells you to do here. It says, communicate. The mood is quick, fast, and cerebral. Look at your situation from many different sides. Be light on your feet and make sure you have all the information you need. If not, be ready to research, investigate, translate, mediate, check your facts, and learn. Mythological Mercury could be a trickster when he worked for himself, but he also played the role of psychopomp, diving into the underworld to escort trapped spirits out of it. If you need to go down into your personal underworld, it may be time to walk with a therapist, shamanic healer, or other integrous guide into that deep realm. The challenge of this card, when a mind is not connected to the heart, it can cause trouble. Watch out for the busy hamster wheel of the mind, shallow thinking, scattered, dishonest, or glib approaches, and mistakes when in a rush. The gift side of this card, Mercury was the messenger of the gods. Listen deeply to the messages of your soul, the conduit to spirit, and become the messenger. So, wow. Wow, pile number one, you have some amazing energy, some very, not just amazing in a, you know, whoop-de-doo kind of sense, but I really do believe your energy here, at least the energy that's being presented here, is very powerful. That is the word that comes to mind for you, pile number one. Power, okay? So let's see, with this Mercury card, and we have the card of gentleness coming out, I really do feel like this optimistic message, this very inspirational, okay, that's the word I'm getting for you, inspired. This very inspirational message that's coming through is here to tell you, hey, be gentle with yourself. You have been doing the work. You have been putting in the effort. Not only have you been putting in the effort, but the effort that you've been putting in, I'm hearing you're channeling from source, right? So trust in what it is that's coming out of you, okay? Trust in the way you are expressing yourself because you're doing it divinely, okay? We have gentleness, this beautiful, beautiful card here, if you can see it. Okay, and this is what it says. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. Okay, again, talking about communication here. So definitely this is a supporting message. Continue to work on your communication. Not that you are in a bad space when it comes to communication, but you have been very self-critical when it comes to your communication, your self-expression, the things that you have been giving and receiving or allowing and not allowing. Okay. It says, I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I'm like the baby deer who's best friends with the baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. Okay, so I love that card, a cute little flip there, but Spirit's definitely telling you to have confidence in how you communicate. Okay, you could have a sign like Aquarius or maybe Pisces in your third house, really giving you a very unique way of communicating, giving you a very outside of the norm, outside of the box way approach to communication and self-expression. But that doesn't mean you're wrong, and that doesn't mean somebody else is wrong. It doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean someone else is right. It means you are being authentic, and that's what Spirit's calling you to do. Continue to be authentic. Be gentle with yourself as you come out of your shell, especially when it comes to communicating with others. Okay, now I do feel like Spirit's encouraging, because we have the change a bad habit card out here. So Spirit's definitely encouraging you to stop the negative self-talk. That's a big one. It says kill a bad habit, drinking or overeating or anything else not serving you. Mercury, again, talks about communication. It talks about short-term travel. So you could be, I'm hearing, you could have, what is it called? Not disorganized, avoidant attachment. You could have avoidant attachment, okay? You're learning more about the ways that you communicate, again. And you should not rush to judge yourself. Don't rush to criticize yourself and fix yourself. Speak with gentleness and listen with gentleness. That is all you need to trust, not to trust, but to prove to yourself, to reinforce to self that you can trust in your natural responses and reactions, okay? That doesn't mean, again, this is talking about reflection, this Mercury card. They're telling you, you've just been through a period that was very slowed down, and that was on purpose. So as you're moving through the next week or so, okay, I'm hearing likely week to 3 weeks for pile number one here. As you're moving through this energy, work on changing these bad habits, okay? These bad habits when it comes to your communication. These bad habits when it comes to, for some reason, travel keeps coming back up. So maybe there's some way that you're running away from things. You're avoiding things, literally physically avoiding certain people, places, spaces, okay? Or maybe it's giving like skip class kind of vibes. Like there's somewhere you should be, you know you should be showing up for this thing, but you skip. right? You purposely avoid or you miss out. Okay, Spirit is really wanting you to step away from this energy because you are missing out on all of the beautiful blessings that Spirit has for you. This is a simple way to reconnect and realign confirmation with the beautiful energy Spirit has in store for you. Okay. Spirit's also telling you to follow up. So follow up on any communication that you've had that you maybe left unfinished or things that you've left unsaid. Okay. Spirit's also telling me here, if you are invested into communication in some sort, whether this be financially, career-wise, maybe it's just a hobby, something like podcasting, publishing, networking, maybe you have a very popular, you're growing your social media. These are all things that take communication skills, okay? Not just communication skills, but communication and prioritization skills. You have to understand when it's healthy to communicate and when it's not. When you are over communicating, when you are possibly under communicating. You have to understand what your boundaries are when it comes to communication. Okay, we talked about a little bit of that Aquarius energy and that Pisces energy in the third house, possibly giving you a very unique style or approach to communication. There is nothing wrong with that. The only thing that makes the problems appear is when you start to hit those resistance walls, when you start to tell yourself, or when you start to believe, oh no, I'm not doing this right. This isn't how this isn't how I should be doing this. This isn't how I'm supposed to be. Okay. Now let's see. We do have 2 cards to kind of answer the final question that we have for this spread, but I do want to just check in with the tarot and see if there's anything that they want to let us know when it comes to your current energy. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so this is Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy. Spirit's definitely telling you to be gentle with yourself when it comes to I almost said picking a poison, which is crazy, but pick your poison. That's what Spirit's telling you. Not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to go your way. But if you can be a master of self, if you can be a master of your reactions, if you can be a master of your responses, you master every connection, every relationship, every line of communication that you have. Right now, it feels overwhelming because you have yet to master this. Right now, it feels overwhelming. It feels overstimulating. Thinking of having all of these lines of communication, thinking of going so far when it comes to, facing the things or the conversations, the people, places, things that you've been avoiding. Spirit wants you to take your time with it, okay? Even if you're going slow, that's better than not moving. So Spirit wants you to know it's okay to take your time. It's okay to take your time. Okay, let's see. What advice do they have for you? Ooh, when it comes to this bad habit. We got the Queen of Pentacles out here. The Hangman. Yeah, impatience is going to get you nowhere. You'd rather do it slow and take your time, learning learning how to provide yourself with the comfortability and the luxury and the peace that you're looking for. Patience is a virtue, is what they say, right? Spirit's telling you here, as you move forward, okay? And we have the card of intuition, the High Priestess here, some Libra energy, air sign energy there. If you are looking to manifest this positive change, manifest this very, very optimistic and hopeful energy, because it's right here for you to grab, okay? You just have to tap into it, pile number 1, okay? If you're looking to tap into this energy immediately, because this can be immediate for you, you're going to have to do what they're telling you to do here with this card. Change those bad habits. Start to work on changing those negative habits, because we have no. It's not the right time. Right now is not the time to try new things. Right now is not the time to prove yourself, to convince anything to anyone. Right now is the time to do research. Right now is the time to dive deep. This is like Virgo, Hermit energy. Okay, I'm surprised we didn't have the Hermit card come out. But like I said, we do have this card of intuition telling you to look inward for your answers. Everything externally, especially the emotions and the reactions or responses of others, are going to make things a little more difficult for you. So if you want to stay locked in on this very hopeful and optimistic energy, especially when it comes to, again, all things Mercury related, gentleness is key. Gentleness is key. Judging yourself is going to get you nowhere. Being impatient with yourself is going to get you nowhere. Okay. And as I say that, I notice we have the card of cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Okay. Something's either ending or beginning for you, my love. And trust, this is nothing negative. This is nothing that's bad. Okay. The thing that's going to feel the worst is changing the negative habit, because it's something that you've grown so accustomed to. It's something that's like second nature to you. For example, if you're a smoker and you smoke every day and someone tells you, oh, your energy is amazing, you have this and this looking ahead for you, but that smoking is getting in the way. It can be hard to change that bad habit, even knowing this is all I need to do to clear my path and get what I want, where I want, when I want. Okay, so this is a very, this is very possible and plausible is what I'm being called to tell you. So don't overthink it, pal number one. You've got this. Like I said, this is meant to really encourage you, really inspire you to adapt to this hopeful, optimistic energy, because it's possible. Okay, sometimes it is easier said than done, but in this case, it's all up to you. Okay, pal number one. I love you. I appreciate you. I cannot wait to see you either in a private booking with me. I love you. I appreciate you. I cannot wait to see you either one, in a private booking with me, two, in my community board where we talk about all things self-mastery, whether you're spiritual or not, or three, right back here on my YouTube channel. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you picked the planet Jupiter card number 23, you are at your correct reading. Now we're going to first lay these cards out. Okay, and then we'll get into what they mean. Ooh, pile number two. Okay, you might have felt called towards pile number one as well. So if you still feel called, definitely go check out pile number one after you watch this video. That's only if you feel called to, because we do have Mercury retrograde coming out here, and pile number one did pick the planet Mercury. Okay, now the first card that we have is, of course, Jupiter, the card that you picked. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance, baby. So Spirit's definitely telling me Cancer could be significant for you. Cancer is coming out very heavily here. Leo is coming out very heavily here as well. So Cancer and Leo could be significant. Yeah, this is overall, of course, supposed to be a very optimistic, a very hopeful message, a message that's meant to give you that boost that you're looking for. But I feel like specifically for you, pile number two, your word is optimism. For pile number one, I got a different word. Check that out if you are interested. But for you, optimism, and I almost want to say simplicity, right? Optimism and simplicity. Spirit's saying that you want to make sure right now that you are not necessarily slowing down, but you are simplifying things in your life as much as you possibly can, because shit is about to start ramping up, amping up, okay? The growth is going to be crazy. You're going to have things in surplus, and you're going to want to know what to do with it so it doesn't feel like you're all over the place, aka uncentered, ungrounded, okay? So with this Jupiter card, I'm going to read a little bit out of the book, and then we'll continue on unpacking the cards, okay? But let's dive into this Jupiter card just a bit. It says, Jupiter symbolizes how we expand our world through education, law, philosophy, travel, abundance, and an expansive spirit. Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces, is a huge gas giant, 2.5 times the volume of all the other planets put together. It takes 12 years to circle the zodiac, spending roughly 1 year in each sign. Named for the ruler of all the gods and surrounded by 79 known moons, Jupiter never does anything in small portions. Exactly. That's the energy I'm getting. It's you were working small, you were thinking small, and now you're about to be thinking big, bitch. Shit's about to explode for you in a positive, very positive way. Something else that was mentioned here, Jupiter talks about how we expand our world through education, law, philosophy, travel. These are things that could be very prevalent in your life at the moment. Whenever you're seeing this is a timeless message, okay? I know we do have a grand trine as I'm posting this, which is very significant energetically, and it really is supportive for getting clear on your vision and dreaming big and having bigger and better visions. Okay, so Spirit's saying visualization is something, meditation and visualization is something you need to start practicing, starting like today, tonight, before you go to bed. You can do a 5 to 10 minute visualization. They have guided ones on YouTube, super easy to find. Invest in yourself in this way, in very simple ways, because all of these simple things are going to stack upon each other and multiply, okay? Now, something that I do want to make sure I read here. It says, think bigger. The scenario requires you to be expansive and forgiving. Deal with it in a spacious, curious, fair, and philosophical way. Think globally. Bring in contributions from all around the world. Consider traveling physically or traveling with your senses by starting to listen to music from a less familiar culture or tasting their food. Talk to people who grew up in circumstances foreign to you and get their viewpoints. Diversify your perspective and that of your team and discover the missing pieces needed to make up a larger whole. Engage in abundant optimism. There's that word again, optimism. Engage in abundant optimism. I love that. I want you guys, pile number 2, comment down below. I am engaging in optimistic, I am engaging in abundant optimism. That is a great affirmation to tell yourself and to repeat to yourself, especially in the beginning of the day is what I'm hearing for you. Spirit really wants you to understand these multiple areas and avenues of life, whether it be work and finances and abundance, whether it be education and law and philosophy, whether it be travel and I'm hearing like hobbies, hobby growth, skill development. That's what I really mean. Skill development. Whatever it is for you, Spirit's saying, put it out there, okay? Put yourself out there in a grand way and continue to make decisions that are very straightforward and simple to you, that make simple sense to you. Because the simpler and the easier things are flowing for you now, the better grasp you'll have on all of the abundance later, okay? It also says, Jupiter's energy needs a big room and audience, but it can overshadow important people in more intimate circumstances. So please, this is why, and we're going to get into this card in a second, but this is why they're telling you to make sure you stay centered, okay? Make sure that, and you've been doing a good job so far, but make sure you continue to have your head on straight, again, keeping things simple. The challenge of this Jupiter card, Jupiter can bring too much of a good thing or leave people feeling overwhelmed. Watch out for magical thinking and a Pollyanna avoidance of problems. Okay, so yeah, you may have really been interested or debating between picking pile number 1 and pile number 2. This is confirmation. Check out pile number 1 if you feel called to. Okay, the gifted side of this card, of this Jupiter energy. Give and you shall receive. Jupiter calls you to expand your worldview. So reach out and feel at one with the whole universe. Abundance comes in many, many, many forms, pile number 2. Again, this could come from, yes, finances, career decisions. This could come from your philosophy and your beliefs. This could come from your culture, your upbringing, and how you express express that and how you share that between others. Every day is a way that the universe is showing you, proving to you that you are abundant. If you can live your life for the next, 1 to 2 weeks, as simple as possible, trying to live with very simple beliefs, I am abundant. Okay, abundance is within me. Abundance is my birthright. I don't have to work for abundance. I don't have to search for abundance. These thoughts are simple, and when repeated to self, they form beliefs. And when you have simple, straightforward beliefs, there is no confusion. When there is no confusion in your space, in your mind, in your aura, in your energy, there is no confusion in what's being sent or given to you. Hopefully that makes sense. Here we have get centered. Okay, we have a few fill in the blanks, which is super cute. Okay, this is what it says. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to center. Again, talking about this overstimulation, this overwhelmed energy. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a blank, favorite animal, holding a magical item, floating through space on a blank. Okay, so fill in the blank if you feel so called to, but Spirit's definitely telling you with this card, continue to center yourself, continue to stay grounded. The more things that happen around you and for you, the more you might feel like it's easy to lose your footing, and Spirit doesn't want you to lose your footing, especially when these things are coming in are so beneficial and so positive for you. Okay, we have nutrition coming out. So this is what you need to do. This is the next step for you. This is the simple, important, straightforward, take home, practical, this is what I need to do to stay hopeful, to keep this optimism around. And that's taking care of your physical body with nutrition. That's making sure you know the quality of what you are consuming, literally and not. It says your body is your temple. Try changing your eating habits. So your eating habits are super important. I'm also getting, look how much fruit. Look how much fruit is in this image. So make sure that you're eating a lot of fruit. Make sure that you're eating healthy, eating fresh is something that's going to really help be helpful for you and keeping your energy up. One thing that, people underestimate when it comes to people who are very happy, people who have a lot of energy, people who seem very inspired and optimistic and motivated. If you do not have good rest, you cannot fuel yourself on nothing. You know what I mean? If you're not giving yourself the nutrition that you need, you cannot burn off energy that's not there. Do you see what I'm saying here? Okay. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not telling you need to completely change your diet, even though that might be the case for some of you, but in moderation, things improve. Continue to add these positive, maybe positive snacks, trail mix, fruit. If you are looking to lose weight, do things that are cutting the carbs, cutting the sugars, not completely, again, in moderation. If you're wanting to gain weight, gain muscle, do things in moderation, maybe one more protein packed meal than you would eat in a day, right? Instead of just eating 3 meals like usual, like you try to do, add a 4th one in there. Add a small 2 cups of oatmeal if you can. You know what I mean? Doing things simple in very simple ways in moderation. It's inevitable you get to the finish line that way. You know what I mean? Okay, now we have 2 more cards that we're going to unpack. We're going to go ahead and go to the tarot really quickly just to see if there's anything else when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to consumption, any other piece of advice on keeping their energy up for pile number 2, keeping this optimistic energy going. How can pile number 2 keep their energy up? Okay. Avoidance is going to do nothing for you. So please make sure that you are taking time to reflect and taking time to respond to the things that are going on around you. You know what I mean? If you need time, that's one thing. But don't take all the time in the world and avoid things, okay? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius could be significant for you or a confirmation for you here. Spirit's definitely telling me if you have a victim mentality, nothing's going to work out for you. Everything's going to feel painful. Okay. It takes you changing your mentality first, making a mental decision first, and then everything else will begin to fall in line and follow, because inevitably, what else would happen? You know what I mean? Now Spirit's definitely telling me here they're telling me to wrap it up. And Spirit's like, okay, so they want to know, what's the positive change? What's the outcome that they're going to get if they continue to put this work in? We have someone else, and we have Mercury retrograde. Spirit saying something's going to be exposed. The more that you are energized and well rested, the more abundance that you come into due to your very conscious self-growth, the more aware you are going to become. The harder it's going to become for people to hide behind their own abundance, for people to hide behind between their abundance and your abundance. I'm hearing there are people in your life right now that have you very off center, off course, intentionally or not. I can't say. I feel like, a little bit of both, right? There are energies that are very intentional that are holding you back and confusing you and running you around in circles. And there are energies that are out of your control. For example, Mercury retrograde type of energies with electronics, issues with communication. Spirit's telling you, as weird as it may seem and as not positive as it may seem for some of you here, all the answers are going to be revealed. All the things that seem like mistakes are going to make sense now, okay? The clarity that you will have once you start to awaken and take care of yourself in this way is going to be crazy. Really, pile number 2, you are going to accelerate into basically a different timeline once you start to take care of yourself in this way, and once your body starts to elevate its frequency in this way. The dark is going to have nowhere else to hide. Okay. Things are going to start coming to light. You're going to start to realize things, and man, is it going to be life changing for you in the best ways. I'm hearing you're going to clear up so much room and space that you'll be able to fill with your own positive ideas and positive energies. It'll be so worth it, pile number 2. I mean, really, Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of abundance, of surplus. You will have everything you need and more. But Spirit wants to make sure that there's no energies, no people, places, things around you that can take that from you, that you will allow to take that from you, okay? As always, if you would like private guidance, a one-on-one booking with me, I have a couple options for you. You can go to the link in my bio, and of course, go to my website and book with me there. You can also, if you would like to chat with me one-on-one, join my community board. We talk about all things self-improvement, self-mastery, not just spiritually, but in general. So go check that out if you're looking for a tribe, looking for a community of people who are like-minded in that way. And last but not least, your final option, if you're looking to connect with me, get messages from me, just like you're doing now, you can always come back here to my YouTube channel. All right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3. If it's upside down, if you pick the planet Saturn, you are at your correct reading. Okay, number 24. We're gonna go ahead and lay these cards out first. Happy birthday. I'm hearing someone's birthday is either coming up or has just passed, like very, very recently passed. So happy belated birthday to you. Oh, look at that. How funny is this? Okay, we're gonna get into this in just a second. If you guys are ever looking for one-on-one readings with me, to book with me and get personal guidance, you can do that through one place, and that is my website. That website is in the link tree below. You can always check my link tree for any and everything you could possibly need. Okay, now pile number 3, let's go ahead and get into this card of Saturn. I feel like your word of the day, your word for your reading is boundless. Okay, boundless. And I feel like that makes a lot of sense, especially now that I'm seeing this card here of personal growth. I feel like Spirit's really telling you the sky isn't even the limit for you, okay? Your limits are up to you, okay? So let's go ahead and dive into the Saturn card and get into your inspiring, optimistic energy boost of a message, okay? It says, Saturn rules that Saturn rules that which we must build over time. Bones, teeth, personal authority, maturity, borders, discipline, traditions, and organization. Saturn, like Jupiter, okay, so you could have been picking between pile number 2 or pile number 3. This is confirmation there. If you're still interested in pile number 2, watch pile number 2 after this one, okay? It says Saturn, pile number 3, not my camera cut out on me, but we're back, okay? Didn't even feel it, I'm sure. Pile number 3, not my camera cut out, but we're back. Okay, I'm sure you didn't even feel it. Let's cleanse the space a little bit, right? All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. So, yeah, I really do feel like with this Saturn card, already Spirit's telling you, hey, there are things that are happening that have been in the works for you that you just have to continue to continue to trust in these things. Okay, something that's also significant that's popping out here: bones, teeth, maturity, borders, discipline, organization. You could be experiencing a lot of positive changes in these areas, or when it comes to these things. Somebody could have recently turned 21, turned 29. Somebody could have a 7-year-old, or something significant could have happened when you were 7 years old. I'm hearing it could have been something, maybe you've had like a traumatic experience in childhood that happened around 7 years old. There's something that has, again, been a long time coming, long time in the works. And babe, pile number 3. It's changing. The positive changes are finally going to happen for you in this area. You've been waiting forever, and here's your confirmation. Now, this is also what it says. Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity and personal authority. Think of Saturn as a martial arts teacher who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allow you to prove what you know, both to yourself and others. Look for a mentor, or choose to mentor another. Okay, so that's another thing that's coming out here. Spirit's definitely saying you have put in the effort, you've done the work, you've learned the lessons, you have the experience. You are qualified, highly qualified. So never forget that. Never turn around. Again, I got the word boundless for you. Never turn around and think confirmation. Excuse me, pile number 3. Never turn around and think to yourself, I can't do something, or I don't have enough of something, or I still need to get good at this. I'm not good enough yet. You are boundless, pile number 3, okay? The only limitations you're going to experience are the ones that you put on yourself, all right? Now, something else that it says in here, it says, if you feel like someone is abusing their authority or undermining yours, set firm boundaries and hold them accountable. Study, cope, grow up. Okay, so Spirit's saying this not in a harsh way, I hope. Again, this is an energy boosting message. This is a message that's meant to get you inspired and optimistic and, motivated. How motivated is it to think, you know what? I'm actually in control at all fucking times. Even when people are doing too much, even when I feel like people are pushing their bounds, those bounds are my bounds. And if I don't want them pushed, they will not be pushed. If they are pushed, this is what's going to happen. Okay, you have to be able to set boundaries when it comes to certain things and set limitations when it comes to certain things, so you can continue to be boundless, so you can continue to push on and push forward, receiving all the things that you desire. Okay, now one challenge of this Jupiter energy: be careful not to cling to old conceptions. Not Jupiter, Saturn, excuse me. Again, you could have been called towards pile number 2, so check that out if you feel called to. Be careful not to cling to old conceptions of success or hold on to a brittle system that restricts potential and leaves people discouraged. Okay, be very mindful of that as you're moving forward in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, now something else that you really need to hear on a more positive side. The ancestors call you to wisdom and maturity, to know your gifts and limitations. This process may be an initiation, a test that empowers you. Okay, I don't like to call this a test, this energy, because this energy, if this is a test, this is definitely the longest test fucking ever. You continue to prove to yourself, you continue to prove to the universe, you can handle what's being thrown at you. But now Spirit's telling you, Spirit's asking you, can you handle being in control and in charge of where those boundaries are? Can you handle being outside of the box? Okay. Very, very beautiful energy here. Now with personal growth, okay, which is definitely the topic of your reading, it says, as I move towards greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away, like training wheels on a bike. They help me get to where I am. But now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. Okay, I love that card. It's too cute. And it definitely embodies everything that we've said so far in your reading, pile number 3. As you move towards greater consciousness, consciously feel those old thoughts and habits fall away. You don't need those old habits, old coping skills, old mechanisms anymore. You are maturing. You are growing out of these old ways into new, highly valuable ways, new, highly valuable habits, daily living, luxurious living, if that's what you desire. Spirit's definitely telling you, you are in a very open and very receptive energy right now. And the best thing that you can do, listen to your spiritual team, listen to your spirit guides' advice. Okay. Not just me, not just your inner self. Okay. Definitely listen to your inner self first, but listen to your spiritual guides. There's like a little crystal ball in the image, and I think that's so cute because I just looked over at mine. It says, use divination to understand your path and your desires. Spirit's telling you, you have been hard at work this entire time. You are not stupid, pile number 3. You're not even new to this. You're true to this. There is no convincing left that needs to be done. Spirit's saying the only person you're left trying to convince is you. As you're moving forward, if you want to feel this optimistic energy, if you want to dive deep 10 times folded over into this positive, hopeful, optimistic, I'm going to get it no matter what because there are no limitations on me energy, you have to get comfortable trusting in your intuition, yes, including divination, yes, including the messages you are right now receiving from your spiritual team. If you walk away from this video and you're like, okay, whatever, and you don't think about it ever again, you are not using my readings correctly, okay? You're definitely not capitalizing on this very positive energy that Spirit's making you aware of, all right? Let's see. Use divination. Spirit's really wanting you to use divination here. Spirit's telling you, you are boundless. Look at what you have in your 12th and 8th house. What signs you have there. Your 6th house as well. Your day-to-day living is very important here. And you staying consistent with the things that have gotten you to where you are. And staying consistent, starting these, possibly starting these new habits that leave you feeling refreshed and leave you feeling like you're getting somewhere versus leaving you feeling frustrated. With this 8 of Wands in the reverse, Spirit's also saying things may be delayed. You might be experiencing some delays coming up. You might be experiencing some less than ideal communications as well. Spirit's telling you, you can trust in your spirit team. If you feel like there's no one else to talk to, your spirit team is it, especially at this time. Divination is your friend. Divination is a tool for you, pile number 3, including these readings, okay? Now, Spirit's saying, everybody wants to know, what am I going to get? Okay. What's the clear, like very immediate positive change that I'm going to get once I start to do this? Well, your heart is going to start to open up and you're going to be able to let go again of all of these old negative energies, habits. I'm hearing there are people, okay, definitely people who were very immature and very chaotic that were influencing your plans and your story and your journey in a very negative way. And Spirit's saying, the more you can open up your heart, the more you will continue to attract love. The more you will continue to attract abundance. The more you will continue to attract calm and peace. That's what pile number 3 is looking for, is peace. Okay, peace and growth. And you are going to get both of those things if you can remember that you are boundless. I would like you guys to comment, pile number 3, comment down below. I am full of boundless, limitless, divine potential. That is your affirmation. I want you to affirm this to yourself as many times throughout the day as you can, starting today, okay? Why? Because it's going to help you let go. It's going to help you make room for the new beginning that is on its way. Again, this has been a slow and steady race for you, okay? The tortoise and the hare kind of vibes here. I had pile number 1, pile number 2. I had some energies earlier that were very fast moving, and it seemed very, for you, it would seem very tiring to move that fast and move in that way. But Spirit's encouraging you to continue taking your time, continue to go at it slow and hard, okay? Pause. Spirit wants you to put your all in it, okay? Taking your time, making sure you're reviewing each step, and putting in your effort, trusting, having faith that I'm going to do this. These are my boundaries and my limits. And I know that my outcome is going to be this and this because I stayed within my bounds. You know what I mean? And as much as I'm saying you're boundless, you have to be able to have a reference point. You have to be able to start somewhere, and have some type of measurements to know that you are growing. Okay. And divination can be a great tool and a great way to check in and make sure that you are energetically, financially, romantically, and whatever other case, it may be, to make sure that you're going in the direction you want to go. And if you're not going in that direction, if you find yourself, falling off, needing those training wheels to come back on just for a little while, divination is a great, great way to figure out the best way to do that personally, the best way to do that for you. Okay. Pile number 3, man, oh man, you are boundless. There is nothing that you cannot do, especially if you're willing to put your time, your effort into it, okay? You've got this. You've got this. I feel like I want to pull one more card for you, okay? You want this abundance. You want this love. You want this freedom of space and clarity. I feel like you just really, pile number 3, oh wow, you just really want to be able to take a deep breath in and let it out. And Spirit's saying that's coming for you. It's coming up for you. Please do not worry. Please do not fret, okay? As long as you are using this energy, as long as you are listening to the higher call, as long as you are confirmation, when spirit calls for you, okay? If Spirit sends for you, you better go. You better answer the call. As long as you know how to do that, you are going to be A-okay. Again, this is why divination is important for you at this time, pile number 3. As the next 2 weeks go on, maybe reaching 4 weeks into the end of the year, but I feel like the next 2 weeks is going to be prime time. This is when this advice is most important and most useful for you, okay? I feel like a mom. I feel like I just want to hug you and be like, you got this, you got this. I know you got this, pile number 3. Like, you're going to make me so proud. Okay, but I really do feel that way. I'm feeling inspired by you. All right, pile number 3. I love you. I appreciate you. If you're looking for private guidance, one-on-one guidance, you can check that in the description below. Okay, my link tree is there for you. And that's the only place, my official website is the only place you can book with me. So beware of scammers and all that jazz. And be sure to subscribe. We got some giveaways coming out. Make sure you keep an eye on the community posts. And if you're looking for a community to join of people who are interested in their self-improvement, who are invested and committed to their self-mastery, you would love the community that I have going on right now. You can also find in that link tree. And if you're like, nah, girl, I'm good with just YouTube videos every now and then, I love you for it. And I cannot wait to see you back here on my YouTube channel. All right, bye guys.